Alright, it's time we talked about the Emmet plugin. The Emmet plugin is my favorite. It's very cool. It means using it you can increase your speed when coding in HTML and CSS. Let's go and see how. This is the official website of the Emmet plugin, which you can take a look at yourself and read its documentation. Its documentation has different parts, which you can read. This shows that the Emmet plugin exists in Visual Studio Code by default, and there is no need to install any extensions, which means you can use it right from the start. This here is a cheat sheet which you can use to see what the rules are in the Emmet plugin, and using it increases your speed. If you take a look at this, it won't be a waste of your time. Okay, let's see what this Emmet plugin is. Emmet plugin exists here by default. Suppose I delete this HTML code completely. Okay, now I want to create an HTML document using the Emmet plugin. Do I have to type all of these codes again? Should I write head here, write this, write HTML here, and body, HTML again? The answer is no. I only need to insert an exclamation mark and press tab. As you can see, I typed an exclamation mark and then hit tab. After that, it made all of these lines for me, an HTML structure, an HTML document that has been created for me, which is of the HTML5 type, as you can see here. In a very cool way, it created this for us. We have this method charset UTF-8 and a meta tag which is related to viewport. We can use it to make our website responsive. We have title here, body, also HTML plus head. It created all of these for us by default. Okay, this was the first cool thing we have done using the Emmet plugin. See, an exclamation mark and tab. Do you see how easily it can make an HTML document for us? Now there are also other things you can do with it. I will show you a few of them here, and for the rest you can go and view them in the resources I provided earlier. See, I write H1 and press tab. It will make an H1 tag for me, and I only did that by writing H1 and pressing tab. I want to create an H2, I type H2. And I also wanted to create 5 H2 tags for me, so I type H2 times 5 and then hit tab to create 5 H2 tags for me, as simply as that. I want to create a span. First, I'll type a span and then hit tab, and it will create a span for me. I want to create a div with class info, so I type div.info and it will create this for me. Now, I can do this in a simpler way. To do this, I don't write the div anymore, and I just type .info in order to create a div with class info for me. I want to create a div that is a division. I enter a dot and hit tab. It will create a division for me, and it is waiting for me to enter a class for it. I can create a span with info class, so I will type span. I should say that this dot only works if you want a div. That is, if you type only a dot, or for example .info, it will give you a div with class info. Therefore, dot by default, if you don't write anything, can create a div for us. There are other things you can do. For example, we want to create a main. I mean a main tag with class info and the idea, for example, content. It has both the class and the ID. When I press tab C, it creates both its class and its ID for a main tag. The next thing, which is very interesting, can be nested. We can create what's also inside the tag. For example, I will create a UL tag in which there are 6 li tags. So I'll say li times 6, and inside it, what does this symbol refer to? This refers to its nested aspect. That is, here I said UL, and after it there are 6 li tags. This means that the UL tag is the parent of these li tags, and these are its children. It implies this symbol here. Now, I'll say inside the li there is an a tag with an href. We can define its href. What is it equal to? It is equal to hashtag. In this way, in a square brackets, we can define the value of an attribute. Now, its value is equal to hashtag. Now I press tab and it won't work. Whenever it doesn't work, delete the last character and type it again. This will show. When this appears, hit tab and it will create it for you. It created six LI tags for me, which were inside the UL tag. And inside each one, there is an A tag with an href equal to hashtag. Now we can also give these a number. That is, it will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We say that UL LI times 6, the A tags that are inside it, their href is equal to what? We enter a hashtag and then a $sign here. What does this $sign mean? The $sign makes it dynamic. Now, let's go and see what it does. First, I'll do this so that the Emmet abbreviation appears. I'll hit Tab, see how it will turn out. It will number them from 1 to 6. The $sign does this for us. We can also have another example. Let's say we have an OL tag in which there are 10 LI tags. What is written inside each of these LI tags? We type what we want to be in them inside the curly brackets. We will write item, then a space, and finally a $sign. Then multiply it by 10. I will press tab and you can see that it will create an OL in which there are 10 items from 1 to 10. So this is the OL we created. We said that there is an LI tag, and then inside the curly brackets we said it is written item followed by a space and a $sign, and it is multiplied by 10. See, these 10 appeared. It created 10 LI tags, and this $sign caused it to become dynamic and numbered it from 1 to 10. And for this OL, we said its children are the LI tags. For OL, its children are these LI tags. We also created this. Using the Emmet plugin, we can link the CSS file here. We type link and press tab. It will create a link tag for us and waits for us to enter its href. For example, assets css style.css, as simply as that. Or for example, for JavaScript, if we want to import it down here, we will write script :src and then press tab. It will create a script for us, and it also has the script tag, which is src, and we can also enter our src, for example, script.js. We don't have this file yet, but suppose we have created this file and we have it here. That's it for HTML. You saw how faster it is to use this. There are other cooler things you can do with it. I just use these as examples. You can view those cheat sheets and documentations yourself to see what other features it has for you. What can it do to help us in CSS? Please note that when I enter W100, what happens? It will create a width with the value of 100 pixels for us. I enter W 100%, and it will give me a width of 100%. I enter H100VH, and it will create a height with 100VH. I enter TAC and hit tab, then it will give me text align center. See how convenient it is? I enter DF and it will give me display flex. I enter PR30 and it will give me a padding right of 30 pixels. ML90, for example, and it will give us a margin left of 90 pixels. Writing POA will give us position absolute. And if I write TA, what will it give us? Text align left. If you wanted to give you text align right, you can enter a colon and an R. This will define its value when we enter a colon. And when we say T:A, it means top auto. So by saying TA:, for example, L, it will create text align left for us. But writing T alone will set the value to auto. When I press tab, it will create auto for us. And that's how we can use the Emmet plugin. There are so many other things about the Emmet plugin, and you can read it to use them in order to write your HTML and CSS codes faster.